Alright, guys. Got my girlfriend Addie here with me. I just want to go ahead and this is probably going to be a video that I don't know. I don't know how you're going to take it, so I would appreciate if you're watching this video, especially if you watch this video all the way through, I would appreciate it if you would comment down below and let me know your thoughts on AI writing this video, games today that are written by AI or stories that are written by AI, and what you think of the whole AI thing. Because Addie and I played a game today while we were streaming Dead by Daylight that came out on Steam called Bloodwood Dungeon. I thought the writing was really good in this particular little game. The problem with the game is it doesn't, once you go to certain mapped areas, if you would, you see the same choices every time as to where you can go and what you can do and what items are in a certain area, stuff like that. So the replayability is not there. But I still really thought the writing was really well done. Now, on the store page for this particular game, it says that the AI content, it says the only AI content is in the illustrations. It doesn't say the writing is AI. And it didn't really feel like the writing here was AI because it just seemed like it was really well written, and I had fun with it. But the problem with this game, as I mentioned in the video, even though I gave the game a positive review and I said, hey, if you like good writing, you like to be able to choose your own adventures, this game would probably be good. But I said there's not a whole lot of replayability in this particular game. And you have choices just like down here, a different thing, and you have hit points and your strength and stats and stuff like that. You can find items, I guess, to enhance all this stuff. A pretty cool little game, but like I say, not a ton of replayability, and this game was cost me over $5 on sale. Well, somebody had commented, and they said, just wanted to note that AI can be written very well. I don't use it myself, but someone I'm working with used it to create some short stories, and they are very well written. And my natural response was going to be like, man, I don't think this game is written by AI, and I still don't think it is. But it made me go out and do just a quick search for like AI written short stories, if you would. And so that's kind of what I did. I kind of just Googled some examples of, AI stuff, and a core article came up here. And the core article mentions AI Dungeon. And I was like, wow, this is kind of similar to what I did in this game today because the game is called Blood Dungeon, right? So I'm like, all right, so that kind of intrigued me. So I went to aidungeon.com, and it allows you to choose your class. It allows you to choose what kind of story you want. If you wanted a fantasy, if you wanted a science fiction, or lots of different choices. So you can choose exactly what kind of story you want, and then it tells you to put in your name. And so I'm just messing around. I'm like, all right, Wizzy. Now listen to this, guys. This is written by AI. It even gives you a key right here. This is a key, a random key for a game. So it creates this stuff as you go. You are Wizzy, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larion. So the AI is just making this stuff up. You have a staff and a spell book. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You have come here searching for a mystical spell book of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see the crumbling remains in a once grand entrance now choked with vines and overgrown with moss. Air is heavy with the scent of decay, and the only sounds are the distant calls of birds and the rustling of leaves in the breeze. And so I came through here and, saw some more ceilings and sunlight coming in and stuff like that. And you can always just hit continue, or you can like do an action and you can say something. I said, who is here? And the AI responds to what I type, saying, you listen closely, straining your ears to pick up any sounds that might indicate the presence of another being. The only sounds you hear are the distant calls of birds and the rustling of leaves in the breeze. To me, this is blowing my fucking mind, to be honest with you. Like, AI can completely make a story based on your actions and what you say, and do it this well. This is mind blowing to me. And if you don't, if you want to try it out yourself, it looks like you can do it completely free. Go to just Google AI Dungeon, and it's a website, and you don't have to even make an account or anything like that. I said just skip making an account. So, for example, guys, let's go ahead and just start this over again, right? Let's go to AI Dungeon. I hope I spelled it right. But I want to show you this. So it comes up, if you just Google it, it'll come up first thing here, AI Dungeon. And the website will tell you all about it. You can sign in, you can create an account, but it's a text-based story game where you direct and star in while the AI brings it all to life. And I guess there's an app for this, like on Android and Apple or whatever. Like that, yeah, that's the Play Store. That's crazy to me. No rules, no objective, only adventure. AI Dungeon is a text-based, completely AI generated fantasy simulation with infinite possibilities. So in this way, guys, I'll be completely honest. Right here, if you like reading and stuff like that, this is completely free. This Bloodwood Dungeon I paid $5 for, and this is going to have much more limited gameplay and replayability. You can go to AI Dungeon right now and play a game like this with infinite more possibilities and infinite more replayability than this $5 game, and you can do it all for free right here. This is what I'm saying. This is what's blowing my mind. So, free to play, plenty of options to grow with you. Oh, so there are plans. I was going to say, they have to be making money on this, right? Become an AI Dungeon member. Access the most powerful storytelling AI, create original AI images, and enjoy larger context length for better AI performance. So for free, you get story generators up to 2K token content. So basically, real short stories. I see. Image generator. But if you start paying, this is how they make their money. Try for free adventurer up to 4K token content. This is going to be what, $9.99 a month? Wow. And so this is how they're making money. But think about all the money they're making off AI written stuff. But still, let's just say we don't even pay any money for these longer stories or whatever, right? We just come back here to the homepage and we hit start. This scales your purchase to 1 hour. What did that say? It didn't give me time to read it. What's it say?
Yeah.
It doesn't give you time to read what the hell it is. I don't know. Anyway, so this is what you're... Pick a setting. Let's pick fucking zombies. Everybody loves zombies, right? Or no, let's pick apocalyptic. That could be zombies, right? Let's try this. We'll be a survivor. That sounds like a survivor zombie game. I think a lot of us are going to be really familiar with this kind of stuff as gamers. Let's say that my name is Freddy. All right? Cool. We're going to be Freddy. Let's see how cool this is. Let's see how good the writing is. You are Freddy. And I guess if somebody was to come and put this exact same key in, you would have the exact same, at least the starting scenario, and then your actions would determine the outcome of what happens. But if somebody really wanted this, I'll put this, I'll copy this description, and I will put it in the link if anybody wants to play this exact same story to see if you can survive longer or get to a better ending or whatever. Anyway, you are Freddy, a survivor trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. To me, for this to be written by AI blows my mind. Now, keep in mind, I am not a big reader of books and stuff like that. So to somebody that's a professional writer or something like that, they're probably like laughing at me. Oh my God, you're such a noob or whatever to be impressed by this. I think this is impressive, and I would love to know what you have to say down in the comments down below after we read this a little bit, see what you think of this AI writing and this website in general. You have a backpack and a canteen. You haven't eaten in 2 days. So you're desperately searching for food. You enter a rundown building, and as you step through, so it looks like, well, let's capitalize right there. So that's a little bit weird. And as you step through, capitalize is in the wrong spot. Anyway, big deal. Anyway, you enter a rundown building, and as you step through the threshold of the decrepit building, a thick cloud of dust swirls around your feet, stirred up by your entrance. The air inside is stale and heavy, and the silence is almost deafening. The building appears to be in an old grocery store. The shelves along... hang on. The building appears to be an old grocery store, and the shelves are long picked clean of any sustenance. However, as you move deeper into the space, you notice a door leading to the back room, slightly ajar. So here we can take a turn. We can retry. We can erase. So if we retry, let's try or hit retry, see what that does. As you step inside the building, the smell of decay and dust fills your nostrils. The floor creaks beneath your feet as you make your way deeper into the darkness. You can barely make out the outlines of old furniture and debris scattered throughout the room. Your stomach growls loudly, reminding you of the urgent need to find food. In the corner of the room, you spot a dusty cabinet. So it looks like you. Oh, this would be if you die. I did a retry when I didn't need to, and I used one of my retry tokens. Okay, that's cool. So let's just hit. Let's take a turn and let's say, is anybody here? Look how it responds. You called out, your voice echoing through the empty space, but there's no response. The silence is almost deafening, broken by the distant sound of the wind howling outside. You cautiously approach the dusty cabinet, hoping to find something edible inside. You run your fingers along the dusty surface, leaving a clean line in the grime, and with a deep breath, you slowly open the door. So we're just going to go ahead and continue here. And so where it starts the underline is the new stuff you haven't read yet. Inside the cabinet, you see a few cans of food, the labels faded and barely illegible. You grab one and examine it closely, trying to determine what it might contain. The can is heavy and appears to be unopened, a good sign. As you turn the can over in your hands, you notice something written on the bottom in faint ink. It's hard to make out, but it looks like the words beans and pork. I just think this is amazing. I mean, what do you think, Addie, as I read this? Is this pretty interesting to read? Or to hear me read it?
Yeah, I think it's good. Again, I think it's a really good story, and to the naked eye, because I am not a writer, I'm sure, again, there's going to be people in there that are going to scoff at it or whatever.
Right, I can see
For
that.
instance, like for instance, my daughter, who's an English major, will probably catch flaws in it than what we would do.
Right.
But for overall, I think it's a really good, easy way to do it if you aren't a writer and you want to make a storyline. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it opens options to people who normally wouldn't be able to do that.
True. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm interested. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can survive or whatever, or see how long it is for free. So it's creating new content right now, I guess. Flame. Your heart races with excitement as you realize that you might have found a valuable source of food. Carefully, you inspect the can for any signs of damage or bulges, making sure that it hasn't spoiled. Seeing no issues, you grab your can opener from your backpack and begin to open the can. The sound of the metal scraping against the edge of the can is loud in the stillness of the room. We're going to continue. And this is my first time interacting with like an AI written story on a website like this. As you pry open the can, the aroma of beans and pork wafts up to your nose, making your stomach growl even louder. You carefully scoop out the contents of the can with your hands, taking care to not spill any of the precious food. The beans are a little bit mushy, but they still look and smell edible. You eagerly take a bite, savoring the taste of the first real food for the first time in days. Let's just take a turn here. We have the options of saying something, doing something. Let's do something. And let's say, I don't know. Let's say look for expiration date on can of food. Let's see if it understands what I'm saying. You look for an expiration date on the can of food. You squint in the dim light, bringing the can closer to your face to inspect it for an expiration date. After a few moments of searching, you locate a small date stamp near the bottom of the can. It's hard to read, but you can manage to make out the numbers 822. Your heart sinks as you realize that the can is past its expiration date by several years. How cool is that? It's probably still good though, depending on how old it is. I mean, now if you just open it, it's probably good. But these foods have so much preservatives in them. Like I would eat it. I don't know about you guys. You guys have to let me know. Would you guys eat this can of food if you're starving? I mean, you also got to consider the fact that you haven't eaten in several days. So, I'm going to continue. See what the AI has me do. You hesitate for a moment, unsure if you should risk eating the food. On one hand, you're incredibly hungry and the beans and pork smell delicious. On the other hand, eating expired food can be dangerous, and you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. You examine the can more closely, looking for any signs that the food might have gone bad. I'm going to continue here. See what the AI comes up with. The beans and pork appear to be the same consistency as when you first open the can, and there's no visible mold or off-putting odor. However, you know that foodborne illnesses can sometimes be hard to detect by looking or smelling the food. You weigh your options, considering the risks and benefits of eating the expired food. So I like that all of this stuff about the date and you taking your time to figure out, inspect the food closer to see if it's worth eating and stuff like that, and the risks and all that. All this is completely created because all I did was search for an expiration date. Like, none of this would have happened, I don't think, if I wouldn't have typed this, and I think that's really cool. So here, we're just going to go ahead and do here, and we're going to go ahead and eat the damn food. I'm just going to say eat the damn food just to try to throw a monkey wrench in the AI. Eat the damn food. Like the damn being the monkey wrench. Like, is it going to say, I don't know what damn food is, or is it going to know what I'm talking about? Yep, it knows what I'm talking about. You decide to take the risk and eat the expired food. Your hunger overrules any doubts or concerns you may have had. You scoop out the rest of the beans and pork into a makeshift plate you made from a piece of cardboard. You take a deep breath and dig in, savoring the taste and texture of the food. As you eat, you start to feel a sense of warmth and energy spreading throughout your body. Let's just continue. But you guys could go here, you guys could play your own zombie apocalyptic story, or your own fantasy wizard slaying a dragon story, or whatever you want. There's a lot of choices at the start of this, and it's completely free to at least play the first story. You don't have to pay any money. But I gotta be honest, guys, I was impressed with this Bloodwood Dungeon game, and I don't think this is AI written. But to be honest, I'm more impressed with this AI generated website that's completely free, at least playing as we played so far, than I am this $5 game that I bought earlier today. I think it was $5. Yeah, $5.09. I think I would rather play on this site for free, to be honest with you, completely honest. What do you think, Addy? What would you rather do? Would you rather pay $5 for like that game that doesn't have as much replay value, or would you rather play around on this website here for free?
I mean, I think both are fun. I mean, I wouldn't knock the other, someone who made a game or whatever.
Right. Yeah, especially if it is really, handwritten or something like that. That you would almost want to take that. I'm just saying. I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't know that there was AI writing this well done, available for free on websites out there, and this is kind of shocking to me. Anyway, so the food seems to be agreeing with you, and you're grateful for the nourishment. You eat slowly and steadily, making sure you chew your food thoroughly. You don't want to risk any stomach issues from eating too quickly. As you finish the last of the beans and pork, you let out a satisfied sigh? Too bad, that'd be better if you let out a satisfied burp. You've managed to stave off your hunger for the time being. See, that's where the human element, I think, would come in. A human would be more tempted to say something like, you let out a burp, or whatever. Anyway. Let's take a turn and let's look for a weapon in the house. We're in a house, right? Yeah, we're in a house. Right? Where are we? You remember where we're at? Yeah, we're in your rundown building. Okay. I assume it's a house, so we're gonna go look for a weapon in the building. Kind of cool. I like that you can type anything you want, basically. Being fortified by the food in your belly, you now turn your attention to finding a weapon. You know that the post-apocalyptic world is a dangerous place, and that it's always best to be prepared. You scan the room looking for anything that might serve as a weapon. Your eyes land on a rusty old pipe lying in the corner. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Don't you think this is cool?
I do. I do think it's good.
We'll just continue. I like that you can just continue to have the AI generate the more of the story, or you can actually do something every time, and you can do whatever the hell you want. You approach the pipe, picking it up and giving it a few experimental swings. The pipe is heavy and unwieldy, but it could do some serious damage if used correctly. You test the weight of it in your hands, trying to get a feel for its balance and heft. Satisfied that the pipe will serve as a decent weapon, you slip it into your backpack next to the can of expired food. Okay. Let's just type something really like lame and vulgar or whatever. I don't know. Let's just be stupid silly. Take a piss on the floor. See what that does. I'm curious. Natty laughs. You look around the room, searching for a suitable place to relieve yourself. You spot a dark corner of the room away from the entrance and any potential danger. You walk over to the spot and unzip your pants, preparing to relieve yourself. Just as you're about to start, you hear a faint sound coming from outside the building. Hard to make out over the wind, but it sounds like footsteps crunching on the gravel. I love the way, and this is what I'm talking about. This is why I say I would rather play this AI stuff than something like this, because here we saw that we only had 2 choices or 3 choices or whatever every now and then, and they were the same choices over and over again every time we went in the same spot. Here, I can say or do anything I want, and the AI is going to respond and give me, completely change the story that I'm reading based on what I say, and give me details about what I'm doing. This is really impressive. Continue. My cat's meowing. I don't think she's so impressed. Your heart races as you realize that someone or something might be outside the building. You quickly finish your business. So I did piss and stuff your pants back. Here's a mistake. You quickly finish your business and stuff your pants. Does that mean to say penis? I don't know. Stuff your pants back into your pants. So the AI made a mistake here. Your movement's quick and efficient, and this is where, like, especially a human writing something like that, especially if they even proofread it once, they would never type something like "you stuff your pants back into your pants." So we caught it. Not perfect yet, but it's still pretty entertaining, and that actually adds a little bit of humor into it. I think I'm still enjoying it. Your movement's quick and efficient. You grab the rusty pipe in your backpack, gripping it tightly in your hand. The footsteps grow louder, and you can hear the sound of labored breathing. You creep towards the entrance of the building, your senses on high alert. So do you think this is a zombie Addy? Even though remember we had a choice between zombies and apocalyptic, and we chose apocalyptic, not zombies. I'm going to guess it's a zombie, though.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that? The scene that's saying you stuff your pants back into your pants. I mean, it's trying. That's kind of cracks me up.
E for effort, I guess.
I wonder what it was trying to say. Stuff your... Is it trying to say your penis back into your pants? I don't know. And what if you're a girl? I don't know. Anyway. Like, I assume by the way it's writing that we're a guy, because it didn't say we squatted to piss or whatever, Let's just continue. Wait, your adventure isn't over yet. Sign in and create an account to continue your journey and save your progress. Yeah. So sadly, we didn't get to go very far. I noticed this was at 96 at one point. Now it's at 81. Well, sadly, this doesn't give you very much content. So now at this point, I'm more liking Bloodwood Dungeon because at least it has more content and you can finish the damn game. But so I'm still not knocking Bloodwood Dungeon or whatever. I still think this would be fun to play with, and at some point I might give these guys $10 or whatever to try this crap. And you guys, if you guys have familiarity with this website or websites like it or whatever, you can let me know what your experience has been. But yeah, I'm not going to create an account. But I am going to post the same scenario into this, into the description down below if you guys want to play this exact same AI written story and see how you could make it differ from where I did. Um, I don't like how you can't even back out of this. You just have to close out the website. But for something completely free, or I guess you could pay money for it, something completely AI generated, it's pretty good. It's pretty entertaining, I think. So if anybody has decided to create an account here and try this website out, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, just a quick video I'm making about this whole AI writing stuff, some of the stuff that's out there, and I would love to know what you guys think of the AI writing and your experience with it. And if you have any better websites you think I should check out or whatever, please let me know in the comments below. This has been Zaxter99. We'll see you guys soon. Peace, everybody. Take care.